Today we're talking about a game that is very close to my childhood and also made a turning point in how I judge video games. The game out of the three like it was not the worst, but certainly not the best. It was a very interesting concept with the amount of IPs they had, but the business practice used around it was a bit cruel, especially considering the type of audience that this game is trying to capture. That game is LEGO Dimensions. I know that intro was a bit serious, but this isn't one of those videos. LEGO Dimensions was released on the 27th of September 2015 on the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, Wii U, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4, with a starting price of £100, at least from where I bought it. And of course I bought it from Game, which do terrible prices and quality for games. Every time I've bought something from them, I always have a problem. So I buy from CX, the GameStop of England, and despite a decent portion of my games being second-hand, I always get a better or just as good quality. Don't buy from Game, bad shop, unless they get Persona 5 the Royal out on the day. Now before I rip this game to shreds, you have to understand the before of my story with games. I was about 5 or so when I played LEGO Batman 1 for the first time. This was my first ever video game and it got me hooked on LEGO games for another 5 years or so. I got LEGO Batman 2 and LEGO Marvel in the same year and I love those games so much and I still do. Hell, my first video on my channel is a LEGO Marvel video. Of course I collected real LEGO as well, and my favourite thing to do was to make the characters cross over, have Scarecrow take down Dr. Jekyll and Hyde, and then Batman come in. This was a big factor for my attraction to LEGO Dimensions. There was also another reason that I really wanted this game. So one Saturday morning or something, I'm sitting around playing LEGO games, and I get bored of whichever one I'm playing, and then I see a game on the little cabinet where my 360 rests. I look at it, and it's not an 18 or a LEGO game. Eureka! I look on the back, and the actual quote from myself is, "Wow, the graphics look so cool." That game was Portal 2. Yeah, that's right, I was attracted to a Source Engine game for its graphics. Portal 2 is my tied favourite game of all time. It's an easily revisitable game, amazing gameplay, and a great fun and less dark story than the first game, which I wouldn't play till years later. The point is, Portal 2 took me away with its compelling design, and it was a whole new type of game of being able to find YouTubers who talked about Portal. This was my childhood for so long, and Portal is such a personal experience to me. But there's a catch. This stupid game. If you didn't know, LEGO Dimensions had added Portal as a franchise to its series in the first and second to last year of its figures. So when you announce a game when I have a lot of money, LEGO Portal, LEGO Batman, and LEGO Lord of the Rings, this was my first anticipated game, and I was very disappointed. When I first booted up the game, I placed my Chell minifigure on the toy pad, and apparently I was supposed to be able to access the internet to play a LEGO game. Let me say that again. £130 that any kid had to pay for if they wanted this game, and all their parents were Bill Gates or didn't give them any money. So you have to pay £100 just for the game on its own, and then to complete it, you have to buy all the characters, presumably for all the different eras. So let's add that all up, shall we? £485, including the starter pack. You're asking for £500 to be able to complete the game. That's like 4 big AAA games and about 22 highly priced games secondhand to play one game. One game that you still have to spend hours completing. This is my biggest issue with LEGO Dimensions, and that's the business practice. Although the adult LEGO collectors will be appealed by exclusive LEGO characters from old 80s films and popular video games, this is still a kid's game. The game is the thing that people want, and just to play it without the proper stuff, you are asking for £100, and you can't even beat the game with the starter pack alone. At least with Disney Infinity, you are not required to buy all of them because of the more sandbox-like gameplay, but dear God, you are essentially squeezing money out of children by creating a trap for them. You make them buy the game and spend all their money on your products that are very easy to lose and break and get lost, and then you cancel it and then try to walk out of it like nothing happened. I think this kind of business practice is really despicable. An average game should cost £20 to £30, and a new or good game should be closer to £50 to £60. This game should cost £10 second hand, and all the stuff you need comes with it. Despite my hatred of their business practices, the treatment of the characters is admirable, really. Watching gameplay of the Portal Hub world does seem to show they put a lot of detail, care, and passion into these worlds. They even have the cornfield from the end of the game, that's so cool. They even have the cornfield from the end of the second game, that's so cool. Many other games have a lot of attention to detail, and some with IPs that aren't theirs, and those games are decently priced for the content that you receive in the end. There are almost no games that I would pay upwards of £100, and this is not one of them. The attention to detail and care with these beloved IPs is something to respect, however, but this does not justify the price nor the business practices. See, LEGO Dimensions is often remembered as the Skylanders ripoff, and it does somewhat deserve that title. The industry is always trying to revolutionize itself, and as soon as one company does something big, everyone follows up. Did you know that Nintendo invented the D-pad? Now take a look at the PS4 and Xbox One controllers. But despite these trends, the industry has still kept to a controller, and things that try to go out of that bounds rarely exceed, with Nintendo being a rare exception, and even they have messed up before. We are now at a point in the industry where there is only little time left for Xbox. The PlayStation have their killer exclusives along with Nintendo, but Xbox seems to be going through a bit of a Wii U phase at the moment. They are dipping their feet in new territory. I mean, they can't even decide the name of their console, much less the purpose of it. Nintendo made it through the Wii U phase with Smash Bros. And Mario and their big name exclusives, but Xbox has two big exclusives, and both of them have been going down on a bad trend for a while now. So Xbox might just end up like the Toy to Life products. They'll be in a box for half a penny. The Toys to Life trend was another attempt and one of many failures. Like many failures. Like a lot of failures. The point is, most companies have stopped trying at this point. VR is the only hope for Xbox, something they don't seem to care about much at all, and really the hope for the entire industry is that depends on the success of Half-Life Alyx, really. Valve now have the fate of VR gaming in their palm, and believe me, I think they know this. Anyways, LEGO Dimension kinda but if they do this, then it would have been fine. Should have made it a team pack.